Town and Country, MJ?
Well, yeah, Loretta Lynn passed away.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, I forgot.
How did you forget?
Well,
She was
I
a
mean,
legend.
because there's so much fucking news right now. Like, no, now that you just mentioned it, I'm like, yeah, the coal miner's daughter is no longer.
Yeah. Sad day.
Rest in peace.
Loretta Lynn. Although, didn't part of you like go? Wasn't she like one of those celebrities that you were like, is she was still alive?
No, I knew that she was still alive, but I was like, she's got it. Before they said that she had died at the age of 90, I was like, she's got to be old. She's got to be like at least in her 80s. I did not know she was 90. So she had a good run.
Yeah.
Make it till 90. That's pretty good.
I know. In other sad news this week, Tom and Gisele are getting a divorce.
Really?
Yeah, they're both hired divorce lawyers.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. I thought those two were the love of each other's lives.
You didn't hear they had split up?
No, I heard that she was like, I heard that she took off to Costa Rica. But I figured that everything would work itself out and then like they would be back together. I mean,
I thought so too, but no. But Snow, look at it like this. Tom Brady is now single.
No, I don't care.
So go for it.
No,
like, how much money that is?
I quit from I am a Gronk girl.
Oh, that's true. You go.
Gronk went to U of A, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a Gronk girl. My family is big U of A fans.
Yeah,
Because my uncle went there too.
Yeah, but now you could like meet Tom and then get to Gronk through Tom.
No thanks. I'm not. Tom Brady's too strict for me. Like, I like Ben and Jerry's and not their avocado edition ice cream, you know. Not that they have that, but...
Well, I guess I can go for Gisele now.
There you go.
It's going to be the competition between me and Pete Davidson.
Oh, Pete Davidson's already like, hey, I'm available, in case you didn't hear. Me and Kim broke up.
I was watching a movie on, God, what was it? One of those streaming platforms. It was called Meet Cute, and it was Pete Davidson and the girl from, oh God, what's that geeky science show comedy?
Winona Ryder?
No, Kaylee Cuoco.
Oh, yeah. The one with Sheldon on it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can't. Yeah, Kaylee how do you say her name? Coco?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was kind of cute. It was kind of like a Groundhog Day movie. Or 50 First Dates.
I like her. She's cute.
Yeah. It got to me.
Oh, I'll have to watch it. What's it on?
I think it was Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Or Paramount Plus or Peacock, one of the two.
Well, I have Paramount Plus thanks to you, so maybe I can watch it.
Shh.
Oh yeah, we're not supposed to talk about.
Can't talk about that shit.
Yeah, but that's unfair because, like, what if you came over to my house one time? I didn't have the thing, but I have it show up on my Roku, and you want to watch your stuff from my house. How is any of us at fault?
Right.
These streaming companies are being ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean we've got a new studio. We're not in the usual studio. We're in the Bootsy's Delta Funk barbecue studio tonight.
Oh yeah.
Which my kitchen.
Right?
And
yours is convenient because I guess my kitchen's close too, but yours is nice and open. You got open concept here where you can just pass the food right through.
Right.
Pass it.
Right. So we got the football game on. We got the Colts and the Broncos.
And then you also had the grill right at back too. Like at my house, you have to walk all the way around to get Yeah,
the Bootsy's Delta Funk barbecue studio. I can't believe Pete didn't get the hint the other day when we were recording last episode that when we were talking about the T-shirts that.
Wait, where's my? I was just gonna say, where's my shirt? Yeah. Size medium. I already told you. I thought.
Yeah.
I'll take a tank top if you have that available.
The
I
amount
like
of
tank tops.
free advertising that we give.
You would
for
think that we
Brooks's
could at
Delta
least
Punk
get a
Barbecue.
T-shirt.
You would think. But, hey, it's always good to have Pete on. And
I know.
He's always...
He was great last
God,
week, too, right?
Dude, how is he, like, so well-informed about every single subject?
How do you have the time when you're, like,
When
trying
you're a lawyer.
When you're a lawyer and then
That
you're
runs a
making
barbecue company.
sauces and you're doing all this?
To research.
How do you have the time to then research all the news stuff too? But I was like sitting there going, "Yes, Professor, tell us everything." You know, I liked it though because I didn't even have to talk that much on that one. You know.
Let's see. So let's go on a few subjects from last week. The Tua Tagovailoa, I think that's how you say it. The guy that got the concussion and then played again and got another concussion 4 days later.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's actually out this week, and
he should be out for a while.
they're saying at least 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's like they should learn their lesson from putting him in too soon last time.
Yeah, I mean the NFL's got a problem on their hands, you know, and the cover up on it. I think
They've been having this CTE problem for a while. There's no doubt in my mind that this guy definitely has that. I mean, based off of, they won't really know. That's a sad thing. I don't think they can tell if they have it until after they die, right? Because they have to test the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Will Smith movie Concussion?
Yes. Or excuse me. No, I have not seen that because I've watched The Real Thing, and I agree with Jerry Rice. I believe it was Jerry Rice that said, "Why would I need to watch the movie when I've seen the real documentary on it?" Like Frontline did this documentary series, and one of them was on that, and it was The Real Doctor, the one that Will Smith actually played the character to. But I mean, you watch the documentary and it's very profound. It's like, you don't need to dramatize this at all. I mean, just tell us the real facts, you know?
And NASCAR is also having an issue with concussions that 2 of their drivers, I know you know nothing about this subject, Snow, but this year NASCAR redesigned the car to try to attempt to make it safer. And what they did, they made the car kind of more rigid in case the car flips over and lands on its roof. And to make it more racy, more...
Aren't they like aerodynamic?
They're already aerodynamic, but what happens is they get so aerodynamic that the cars can't pass one another.
How do they get... Forgive me for sounding stupid, but how would people get concussions
Okay, here.
being in the car? I mean, I understand they could get knocked around, but don't they have like the 3-point buckle or whatever?
Yeah, well, you have it's a 5-point harness.
Or 5-point harness.
And then you have what's called a Hans device, and I know this because I've personally had one of these on, that goes across your shoulders and it straps to your helmet so your head doesn't snap forward. So it's like rigid, so your head doesn't go back like this, because that's what happened to Dale Earnhardt. When he got into a wreck, he snapped his neck because his head came forward. And the thing with the Hans device is, when you're in the car, you can't really turn your head, can't really look left and right. That's why you have to depend on the mirrors in the car. But what's happening with this new car is they made the back end more rigid because it's shorter and because you have a fuel tank right there. So you have to protect the fuel tank, so you made the roll bar stronger. But now what's happening is the driver, when they back into the wall, their head snaps back and hits the back of their headrest, which doesn't have a lot of padding, and it's giving them concussions. There's this one guy, Kurt Busch, who's been out like 7 or 8 weeks, and there's another one, Alex Bowman. He missed the last race, and he's going to miss this weekend, which takes them out of the championship on it. But You know, can you imagine having a concussion, but you're driving 200 miles an hour in those corners, and your brain is kind of already kind of. They were saying like some of these drivers get concussions just because the car is going so fast, and when the car spins out, your brain is kind of, you know, spinning in your head.
Yikes.
So, scary shit in both football and NASCAR.
Who knew? Well, I learned something new today.
Let's see, in Vegas today, I guess 6 people got stabbed.
A mass stabbing, right?
Yeah, from the win. And I'm sure that the argument will be, oh, well, you know, that goes to show you don't need a gun to be able to do this. You know, any kind of weapon.
Well, then my argument is, where was the good guy? You don't bring a knife to a gunfight, so where was the good guy with the gun? Or was there one? Did they catch the...
The story was still breaking when I heard about it earlier.
Okay.
But that brings us to the next point. Well, a couple other points. I was watching the news last night, and I saw that one of the officers in Uvalde who did not go into the building, and she claimed it was because she did not have the gear, the bulletproof vest and stuff. Like, I sort of get like that. Mm-hmm. But she was caught on mic saying that if it was her kids in there, she would not have hesitated to go in.
Like that lady that actually did that?
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
So while they're investigating this, they suspended her. The police department suspended her, you know, while they're looking into what happened that day and what went wrong that day. The Uvalde School District hired her to be a security officer in the school. Mm-hmm. Which makes absolutely no sense at all. She wasn't willing to go in and protect the kids before, but now. And the point this is all leading up to, because...
Why didn't they hire that lady who went back in there numerous times?
That's what they should have hired.
Like, hello, why didn't you hire her? You should hire her to train the police officers, as far as I'm concerned. That's a hero. That woman's a hero, not y'all.
Which leads us to the next story, that the House was trying to make a bill to make mental health care available in schools. And only one Republican voted for it. 205 Republicans voted against it.
Which Republican voted for it?
I can't remember.
Was it one that's retiring?
Probably.
Too? Like, that's like vacating their seat anyways? Because those are the same Republicans that voted for one of the bills, because they weren't going to be returning. So they actually did the right thing. If they're not going to be there, they can do the right thing. But if they've got an election to win, well, fuck that. We have to do the wrong thing.
But isn't the argument whenever this happens, well, it's a mental health care issue. It's not the guns.
That's their argument. They have been touting that how many times, after how many of our past mass shootings, they keep saying this is a mental health issue. We've even seen ugly ass Ted Cruz doing that. Sorry, no offense, but you know, like, your face is just a face I don't want to look at. But it's like, he's even been saying that this is a mental health issue. So you have the opportunity, a bill is put forward to deal with mental health issues better. No. So
No.
I don't believe a fucking word that comes out of your guys' mouth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. You're liars. You are liars because you had the opportunity and you chose not to.
Yeah, this was the opportunity to address the mental health crisis with our youth by having mental health care people in the schools.
That you claimed was the real issue and the real problem. It's mental health, and you vote against it. You're scumbag liars.
It's kind of just infuriating, you know, and hey, it's not whatever, it's until the next time, right? Till the next time. And when this happens again...
Guess what? When it happens again, this is a mental health issue. Then reporters should go up to him and say, then why did you vote against this? Why? I wish that our journalists had more balls, quite honestly. They need to start putting these assholes on the spot.
Because, I don't know, because we're so short-sighted. And everything.
I don't care. They need to get tougher on these fucking liars.
Yeah. You remember last week I said that I wanted to go see Godsmack? And kid got the drumstick and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And the Scars Foundation, which Sully started. You can go to Godsmack.com, up in the corner, click on the Scars Foundation, learn more about them, about mental health awareness, suicide awareness. And this was Sully in Vegas the other night.
We're going to do a song for you guys right now that we started about 4 years ago, I think it was. Yeah. And it was kind of inspired some events that went on in my life, but what's more important is it inspired a new nonprofit foundation that we started called the Scars Foundation. And so for those of you who don't know what that is, we help people all over the world on a global level. We try to do our best to help prevent suicide, to help with addiction, for bullying, PTSD, severe depression, all these categories. Because I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really got tired of losing a lot of my friends to suicide and depression and overdoses and things like that. We've lost some amazing artists over the years. We can't even count them, from the Amy Winehouses to the Ronnie James Dios to the Kurt Cobains and the Chester Benningtons, and so all those things we want to try to help put a little bit of a dent in. So for those of you who don't know, you can always go to Godsmack.com and there's a little tab there that says the Scars Foundation. So help us out when you can, spread the word along. Maybe we can save some lives while we're playing music around the world.
Yeah, so
cool.
Yeah. I think mental health is a crucial issue in this country, and that's something that...
it's too bad those assholes wouldn't vote for it.
Well, yeah, it kind of ties in, like when we say, like, we get tired of attacking conservatives and talking shit about them on this podcast. Conservative people, the conservative politicians.
Right.
We don't want to bitch about this shit, but time and time again, these are the reasons why we bitch about this shit. There was an opportunity to help solve a problem, and they chose to do nothing just because we cannot be seen voting with the Democrats because we are so evil.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's why I don't believe them. I don't believe a word that comes out their fucking mouths.
But more breaking news. Really good news today. Joe Biden's on a roll this week. First, he tells the mayor of Fort Myers, nobody fucks with the Biden.
No one fucks with the Biden.
It's great. Great. Love it. But...
keep those hot mics rolling.
But Biden he pardoned everybody that has a small-scale marijuana offense that is in prison.
And this is excellent news. This is news that we'll see what happens after Tucker Carlson, since we live in such a red area, we'll see what happens after Tucker Carlson broadcasts his bullshit to his viewers. But I have talked with Republican after conservative, whatever they consider themselves to be, on this issue, and they always agree. This is an issue that we can always agree on. Yes, we don't want our tax dollars going for people who have committed small amounts of marijuana, clogging up prisons for no reason when they could be productive members of society. There's no reason for this. There's no reason to lock them up for this, you know? And they always agree. I have never had someone disagree with me on this, but we will see what happens. Give it a couple of days to see if the spin machine somehow concocts.
And I think that we have said this
bullshit,
for a long time, and I think like Bill Maher agrees with us, is the Democrats should make pot the gun issues, like the Republicans make the gun issue, the Democrats should make pot and legalizing marijuana their go-to issue.
Yeah, especially now that especially now that our side has to fight harder on the abortion issue, you know?
Well, we'll get into that in the next episode.
Yes, we're saving that because that is a whole nother can of worms to open up.
But you know how they're going to spin it. It's going to be Biden soft on crime and is releasing these millions of criminals.
And it's going to be, streets. But fentanyl marijuana is a gateway drug to fentanyl. No, not even the same. You can't drop dead from touching weed. You can actually drop dead from touching fentanyl. Okay, not even in the same fucking hemisphere. Okay.
Yeah, and did you see? Speaking of fentanyl, it's almost Halloween. Did you see like that? They have the fentanyl that looks like the little candies and stuff like that, like the little skull things, and it's colorful and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, they already have like a tint to them. Like, so when I was on grand jury, there was a lot of fentanyl cases, and every time when they talk about the fentanyl being sold or whatnot, it's referred to as blues because they have like a bluish tint, or sometimes they'll have like a greenish tint to them, to the fake pills.
So scary stuff. So if your kids are trick-or-treating, be sure to inspect the candy really close. And what kind of fucking dirtbag, what kind of low-life piece of shit would be handing that out to kids?
I don't remember when there was the fucking Tylenol poisoning back in the 80s. Like, what kind of piece of shit does that?
I don't know.
Didn't they replace the whatever went in the Tylenol with like cyanide or something, and it was fucking killing people?
It's like the fucking I haven't watched yet, but the Donald movie and fucking Netflix.
Oh God!
Is that as bad as they say? It's as graphic as?
I mean, I knew a lot about the case because it all happened when I was in high school. Like, I think I was a sophomore in high school when he finally got caught. And then what I want to know is how much of the backstory is actually true, like about his childhood and whatnot, you know? Like, that's the part. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you because it goes, like, you know, each episode, it's from the same people who made American Horror Story. So it'll go back and forth in his childhood and then to present and then...
Oh, so see the brilliance of this show, how we all tied in. So what we're saying is if we had mental health care available in schools at a young age, it might have prevented Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't know if anything would have prevented him. I mean, that killing people, eating them is... I don't know. I think it's something that happened to him when he was like even developing. I really do believe that he was a rad kid where they have the reactive attachment disorder. It shows how his mother had severe like depression when she was pregnant with him and after her pregnancy. Like, and that's what I'm wondering, like how much of that was true or whatnot. But like, I don't want to ruin the show if you're going to watch it. You know, the thing that I did like about the show, though, it focuses too a lot on the neighbor. The neighbor, she called numerous times to the police to report the smell of dead, rotting bodies. Okay. She would report the smell. She tried to, when the one kid got away, And then the police, and then Jeffrey actually ended up coming back home, and the kid was outside. He had already screwdrivered or drilled the kid's brain. He had already tried to lobotomize that kid. The kid was like 14. And he was able to talk the police into saying, oh, he's just my boyfriend, and get the kid back so he could finish off the job. And she's like, what are you doing? Why would you give that kid back to him?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the neighbor, it portrays her, in a very good way, which I had seen a documentary prior to this show with her in it, the real woman in it, and talking about how she was talking about living next door to Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's just...
I don't know. Well, I guess on that note, when we're talking about cannibalism, we'll wrap this episode up.
It is Halloween. No, I'm just kidding. It's the time of year for scary, spooky stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully not in real life, though. It's supposed to be pretend.
Okay. Well, on that note, we will wrap this one up, and we will see you real soon with another episode of this podcast.
Happy Halloween, folks. Happy Halloween month.
And we need to stress this. Midterms are coming up within about 3.5 weeks or so.
I am so excited to get my ballot.
Vote.
I always wait. I'm like, please, when is my ballot coming in the mail?
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. You have to remember, okay, listeners, that paying a few more cents at the pump will not fix the long-term effects of what may happen after this election. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, on that note, get out and vote, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.